Good morning and welcome to Homepage, a public affairs feature of 93.7 K Country and Wind FM 92.5 and 95.5. I'm Kathy Dugan, and my guest this morning is with the First Response Jeep Club. Here I am with Sam Shaw with the First Response Jeep Club. He is the president. Oh my goodness, I'm speaking to the president. La-di-da, I'm excited. Should I be nervous, Sam?
No nervous at all. I'm an easygoing guy you can talk to all day long.
Oh, that's wonderful. You know, Hunter at Wind FM has had Jeep after Jeep after Jeep. She loves her Jeeps. And we recently got a Jeep Liberty my husband's been working on. So we are now fellow Jeepers with you.
Well, great. That's great. And welcome to the family.
It is a family, isn't it? And there are a lot of Jeep clubs in Florida, but yours is kind of special. As the First Response Jeep Club, tell us what qualifies one to be a member.
Well, as the First Response Jeep Club, all of our members are either active or retired or past military, law enforcement, or in type of the fire services or in healthcare or medical. You know, so they give to the country and they give back to their local communities, and a lot of them still are active serving today in any of those capacities.
That's incredible. That's a lot of fun. So not just like-minded people in the sense of you're all Jeepers, but you're all first responders, so you kind of, have that camaraderie anyhow.
Oh, yeah, and, it gives us a lot of things to talk about, other than just Jeeps,
Sure.
that can go all day long, just talking about our Jeeps, but... at least it gives for some of our guys, that they have people that's done some of the same things that they've done, or I shouldn't say just guys, but we have ladies, they're as first responders. It gives us all a group to sit down, we can talk, and understand kind of what some people are going through and what they go through in their daily lives and all that. Even their families, they have their families, their wives and kids have a chance to get to talk to each other, and kind of experience the same things that everybody's going through. So it helps out a lot in support like that.
That's pretty cool. Wow, how did you get involved in the Jeep Club?
I just happened to meet one of their members one day, and we got talking. He asked me if I'd like to join and all. When he found out I was I'm a retired Marine, not retired, but I'm still a Marine.
Thank you. I was about to say my dad's a Marine. You're always a Marine.
Well, Semper Fi.
Semper Fi.
Yeah, and the gentleman I met was actually a Marine. So we just got talking. He talked about this club that he actually was one of the founders of the club. So he invited me to join, and now I've been in it for about almost 3 years now.
And you're the president. How did that happen? That was pretty quick.
Well, like I said, Brian, who is now the vice president, he was one of the founders, and he approached me about that he was wanting to step down as president, to go vice president, if I would like to take over as president, so put it up for a vote at the club. I was voted in as president, and don't know how I decided to be on this position, but it's fun. Well, challenging, but fun.
You seem like a very likable person, a very outgoing person, so that's probably part of it. Now, as president, what are some of your duties?
Just organizing things for the club and trying to recruit new members, and just, making sure that we get everything done and we keep everything going correctly the way that our bylaws are written, and just enjoy and have fun, leading a lot of the trail rides.
Sounds like a blast. Now, this could take all day. I know this is an open-ended question. Tell me about your Jeep.
Which one?
Oh, my
That's
goodness.
The first question.
Tell me, how many do you have?
Between me and my wife, we have 3.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about them.
Well, my very first one, the first one is a 1992 red YJ, which is the square headlights, which is like the black sheep of the Jeep families. Everybody wants to make fun of the square headlights.
Aww.
But I'm a lover of the YJs. I love that Jeep. I've had it for probably almost 15 years now, and I just love it. And it's my baby and all, My newborn, I should say, is a 2014 Jeep Wrangler JKU, a 4-door, Its nickname is Salty Blue. It's that hydro blue. Sitting on about a 4-inch lift right now with 37s, and I could go on and on about different things that I've done to it. Mm-hmm. It will be at Jeep Night and all, so it'll be there just getting back off, getting worked on and remodified.
Wow. And Jeepers have their own language, I'm finding out, like rig and stock and aftermarket wrenching and wheeling, and you've got cool words.
Oh yeah, we have our own language, and some people don't understand that. So that's what Jeep nights are for. You get all the Jeepers together, and they got people they can all talk to, from different parts of the world and everywhere else.
That's pretty cool. What would you tell other Jeep owners about the benefits of becoming a member of a Jeep club?
It gives you to be around a group of people that, like to do your same interests. A lot of people, if you haven't had a lot of experience, then it can help you learn how to do off-road driving, can learn new trails, can just adventures, and it's a good time. It's a time to be around people that have the like minds and they're doing the stuff that you like to do and all.
We actually got to do a really, really fun Jeep ride. We did a cruise to Alaska, and we were in Ketchikan, and they actually have Jeep trail rides up there. And I looked at my husband and I said, "Oh, we need to buy this business. You work on the Jeeps, and I'll talk to everybody." But it was just so much fun. I mean, taking them up the mountain, and I was like, "Can I get through this mud?" Oh, yeah, I can get through this mud puddle. I can get up there. But it was just a blast. I'd never had so much fun in my life.
Oh, yeah, it's an adventure every time you go out, no matter what you're doing, whether even if it's on pavement or if you're off-road or mud, water, sand, mountains.
Wow.
Wherever you're at.
Tell us a little bit about the organized rides and trips that you've been part of, some of your favorites.
Oh, boy. I'd have to say, I guess some of my favorites are, I'm a native Floridian. I'm born and raised right here in Leesburg, Florida, So I grew up in Ocala National Forest, and that has to still, it's just, the trails aren't that tough and aren't a lot of challenges, but they're just so beautiful. It's such a scenery, the wildlife, to be riding out there around twilight or early in the mornings and just see a mama bear with its cubs, running down the trail in front of you, or sitting there in the trail blocking your trail, not wanting to let you go by, until they decide to move on, Those are some just the favorite memories I have from around here, but
right.
I guess I have to say we took a trip last year, me and a friend of mine, and we went out to Moab, Utah, and did the trails out there. Oh, my God, that was so wonderful, and just a lot of challenges and a lot of different, than what we're used to being here in Florida, the mud, water, out there is mountains and peaks, and if you make a wrong turn, you got a mile drop off to the side,
Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. But that sounds like so much fun. And the scenery must have been so different.
Oh, yes. It's, because it wasn't that greenery and the sand and the forest that you're used to here. It's just mountains, and once you get up on the top, just seeing for miles and miles, and could see Jeeps way over on other mountains, just driving and wondering, my God, how close are they? And you start driving away, and it could be hours before you get to where they're at,
Isn't that crazy? Because you've got to go through all these twists and turns and trails to get to where they are.
Oh, yeah, a lot of up and downs, twists and turns, around, back up the side of the mountain, back down the mountain, back around it, and it's just like, oh, it looks like it's just like 10 yards over there.
Have you ever had any really scary experiences when you were driving?
A few. I mean, I think if you've been out trail riding in a Jeep, you pretty much are going to have some scary moments and all. Had where I drove into a puddle and thinking it was shadow, and ended up the water starts coming into the top of the doors, or you're riding and you get off the trail a little bit the wrong way on a camera and all, and the next thing you know, you're laying over on the side, or you've rolled your Jeep.
Oh my goodness!
But that's all in the fun of doing it, That's just having fun, enjoying it.
Are you an adrenaline junkie?
When it comes to Jeeps and getting off-road and outdoors, yes.
I can tell. Now, if I'm new to off-roading and I want to get into a Jeep club, are there things that you can help me learn, like safety procedures and stuff?
Yeah, and that's one of the big things that we do with our club and all is we do what we call our Jeep and Learns, where we'll take them out. We take people out, and we don't actually go trail ride. We go out and we take them and teach them how to drive on the trails, how to put it in four-wheel drive, how to, in certain situations, what gear you should be in, and whether it's an automatic or it's a manual transmission. when to use four-wheel drive high, when to use four-wheel drive low, just the different situations and about how to, when you're coming up to a trail and you see an obstacle, what we say is pick your line, pick the line, the route that you want to drive it and drive that, and sometimes it's going to change once you hit that line, but, you slow and steady, and sometimes you have to have a heavy foot or a light foot, on the trails. But we do teach safety, make sure you have the right gear out there and never go by yourself. That's the one big thing. Never go out on trail ride by yourself because you never know what's going to happen. Your vehicle could break down or you could get stuck.
That's great advice.
And those are things that are going to happen, but we love to teach that and all to all of our members and even other people,
That's pretty awesome. Now you mentioned manual and automatic. Which do you prefer?
It depends on what type of four-wheel drive I'm doing. If like in Ocala National Forest, a lot of places there, a manual is fine. In Moab, I would rather have an automatic. It just depends on the different terrain and what you're doing, with different types,
Okay. I wasn't sure. Now, why would you rather have an automatic like out in Utah?
When you got to watch out for the cliffs and the different things that you're doing, and you're still having to try to work a clutch and you're trying to shift gears, it's a lot of things to think about, especially for people that are inexperienced at driving. You don't want to have too much to think about with just trying to stay safe and driving trails and making it on the trails, because there's a lot of danger out there in riding those trails.
Oh, yeah. So basically it's less thinky sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
And that's good, especially if you're a new driver, you're going out and riding the trails. That might be better for you to not have to think about as much. Like for me, I love driving a stick, but I have no clue when it comes to a four-wheel drive what to do. So probably for me, an automatic would be better because I wouldn't have to think about that part while I'm learning how to do the four-wheel drive stuff.
Yeah, so, you don't want a lot of different things to think about. So an automatic, it helps you out where, you can concentrate on just the obstacle more than that you having to concentrate on your vehicle and the obstacle and, everything else that's going on, so.
So speaking of obstacles, do you guys do like obstacle courses and stuff just for fun? Different types of things like that?
We do. We go to Jeep events and do obstacle courses at those, or we go to some of the off-road parks around the Central Florida area, or even we going out into the forest, we find areas that we drive, there can be obstacles, just to go and just to try and see if we can make it,
Yeah. It's part of the challenge, and it probably gives you a good feeling when you're done. It's like, yeah, I mastered this, or maybe you didn't this time, and you're like, I'm going to come back and get it.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you don't make it the first time, there's always another time. You always keep trying till you make it,
Sound like a Marine right now.
oh, hey, I'm always sounding like that.
Amen. I love it. Now, are there certain requirements for members, members' dues? Do you have to have a certain kind of Jeep? Like, I've got a Jeep Liberty, so...
Now, there are some clubs that do it, but with the First Response Jeep Club, all we care is that you meet our criteria as being a member, and it's whatever type of Jeep you have. We have a few members that we have one that has an older model Jeep Liberty, and we have one that has a Cherokee, so we don't really discriminate on that. It's just that you have a Jeep,
Mm-hmm. The Wranglers always look like the most fun. They just look like a lot of fun to me. The Liberty seems like an everyday vehicle. I think I'd feel bad taking it out on the trail, but then my husband would probably go, "No, you wouldn't." No, you wouldn't. You'd love it.
Yeah. Well, the one reason we do talk to a lot of our members when they have other than Wranglers and things, because a lot of times you can't get aftermarket parts or things that you can. If you want to modify your Jeep,
Mm-hmm.
if it's not a Wranglers, and there's so many aftermarket parts available, so you can modify it to make it what you want and what you want to use it for. With like a Liberty or sometimes even the Cherokees, you can't find everything that you need, to do that.
Wow. Have you modified any of yours?
Oh, yeah. A lot.
I love that. Oh, yeah. Then did you do it yourself, or did you take it somewhere, or did you know someone?
I'd say kind of three different things. I have taken to shops, let other people do some things that are beyond my capabilities. Right. I've done some of my own, and then We also do what we call wrench time, where we have members that we get together and we do repairs and installations and modifications to their Jeeps that we can do, together, getting together and helping people out. It helps our members save money and helps them learn how to do it,
I love that. Yeah. So it's all like a learning experience, but you're also really involved in community service and you take care of the trails as well, don't you?
Oh, yeah. We just did, back in August, we did, with a bunch of other Jeep trips throughout Florida, we did the Jeep Trail cleanup up in NoCal National Forest, along with the Forestry Service and all. So that was great, and we try to get involved in as many of them as we can, either going out to Citrus County or other places where they have the wildlife management areas or forests and trails, and even just cleaning up in the forest,
That's awesome. So you're giving back as well. And as a member of the First Response Jeep Club, what are some of the other things that you do?
Some of the other things we love to do, like other than just day and night trail rides, we like to go out and do community events. We do a couple times. You see them advertised about doing what's kind of popular now, doing drive-by parades for veterans. Here a couple of weeks ago, we just did one for a 100-year-old veteran that just turned 100. How cool is that? You turned 100 years old,
That's awesome.
So we've done that. We got in with other people, went and done that. Other than like the wrench times, the Jeep and Learns, we do Christmas parades. We have our annual Christmas party. Something that's true to my heart is the Marine Corps program on Toys for Tots,
Yes.
So we do get involved in that. Anything that we can to help out the community, help out our fellow, people that fall into our criteria, law enforcement, firefighters, healthcare providers, military. We like to get out there and help and do volunteer and help with that stuff and help any other organizations,
That's pretty nice. I like that you guys do so much stuff because, it's a fun club. It's a social club, but you also give back so much. Now, I got to ask you about this. I know motorcycles do this. They have their own special wave. Tell me about the Jeep Wave.
The Jeep Wave. Oh, that's the best thing about it, When you see another Jeep coming at you, you're getting ready to get excited, It's either going all out, throwing your hand out the window up above the top of the Jeep waving, or, the inside flipping up in the windshield, or just flipping up some fingers off the steering wheel, depending on, traffic,
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a social thing. Hey, how you doing? I see you in a Jeep. How you doing? You're part of the family,
Yeah, it's like that camaraderie. It makes you feel good, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. It's great. And it's bad when you wave and you don't get a wave back. It's rough, sometimes.
That must be like a newbie that doesn't know about it yet. So anybody with a Jeep, remember, see, I didn't know this until today. So now that I'm a Jeeper, if I'm ever driving that Jeep, I'm going to have to do that. So,
oh, yeah.
If I'm allowed to drive it, my husband's like, I don't know if I want you driving it yet.
Oh, come on.
I know.
Gotta let you drive it.
Right. So you have this great event coming up with Mission Barbecue. Tell us about it.
Well, on February 12th, it's a Friday night from 6 to 9. We're going to have a Jeep night.
Mm-hmm.
We want, all the fellow Jeepers, or just if you're an individual Jeeper, or if you have Jeep clubs, come out, join us at Mission Barbecue at 631 North U.S. Highway 441 in Lady Lake. It's a new Mission Barbecue. They've only been open for a few months since September, but if you've never experienced Mission Barbecue, they fit right along with our club. They're very pro-military, law enforcement, the firefighters, and they do a lot of charity events and a lot of charity giving back to those type of organizations within the local community.
Wow.
And that is one of the biggest things that we're doing right now. They have what they use these cups. And you buy the cup, and then you come back in for a low price, and you get a refill on that cup using that cup. But part of the proceeds go to whatever charity that cup is sponsoring. Right now, going on at Mission Barbecue, they have what they call the Hometown Heroes.
Mm-hmm.
And for our area here, it's benefiting the Lake County Sheriff's Charity and the Firefighter Charity Alliance. So that's what we want to do with this Jeep night. We're going to have a 50-50 raffle. We're going to have a basket with lots of Jeep items and Jeep memorabilia and a lot of gift certificates from local restaurants and local businesses that we're going to be raffling off. And all those proceeds from the raffle, the 50-50 raffle, and the basket will go to those two charity organizations,
That is incredible.
Back to that.
Yeah, that's pretty nice, and it supports local business as well.
Oh yeah, we have our sponsors that are coming out. They're going to set up and have displays. We'll have a few Jeep displays. We'll have vendors out there. Now, when I just got a confirmation from yesterday that they're actually coming to our Jeep night is Jeep Beach. And if you've never heard about Jeep Beach, this is over in Daytona. It's a week-long event, and it's become one of the largest Jeep event within the United States. It's so great. It's fun. It's all held out at the Speedway and throughout Daytona and the local area. But it is an awesome event to go to. If you've never been to, even if you don't own a Jeep, just go over there and see all the Jeeps that have been modified from, stock all the way up to extreme modifications to them. It's a wonderful event. So they'll be there, So.
Nice. When did they usually do that Jeep Beach thing? That sounds like fun.
Now, now Jeep Beach, it's going to be this year. It's going to be April 19th through the 25th.
Okay.
And also, I think they're getting ready to open up registration. I don't have that date right in front of me, but I know it's coming up real soon. I just saw an email yesterday. I think it's coming up within like a week or so. They're going to open up registration so you can register for it,
Wow. Oh, well, if they have Bike Week, why can't they have Jeep Beach? Seriously.
Oh, yeah.
And it's probably not too difficult for you guys to do social distancing and stuff. With COVID, has it affected you at all?
No, we did 2 Jeep nights last year. We did one in March, and then we did another one over in June. Mm-hmm. But we're outside. Everything's outside.
Yep.
You got plenty of room to have the social distancing and everybody being safe. But it's a time just to get together and have fun.
Yeah.
And still, even though the way everything's going, you still need that little bit of fun in life to keep going and stay sane.
Oh, yes, you do. And maybe this is a really good reason for somebody to go out and say, I think it's time for me to get a Jeep. I need to get outdoors. I've been trapped in my house all this time. I need to get out there and just have a good time. And I really love that not only is it a fun thing to do, you give back and you do so much for the community. And we're really excited about your event with Mission Barbecue. That's going to be a blast.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's going to be huge. Right now, I've got about 3 to 4 clubs that have said they're probably bringing at least 20 to 25 Jeeps out. I've got individuals that are trying to round up people to come out. So we're hoping that we might hit at least 100 or more Jeeps out there,
Wow, that is incredible. And anybody can come out and check it out?
Oh, yeah. If you don't own a Jeep, you're more than welcome to come check it out. We're going to have our vendors there on display, and you always got to come to Mission Barbecue and get some of their awesome barbecue, their foods, the sides, and oh my God, their desserts are to die for, They have that blueberry cobbler right now.
Oh, that sounds so good.
I have to fight it every time I go there, to not eat the dessert every time.
Oh, you need to treat yourself for this night at least, right?
Oh, yeah.
So tell me.
It'll be great, a treat just being there with all the fellow Jeepers.
Oh, that's going to be wonderful. So give me that date again that it's going to be.
Okay, the Jeep Night's going to be on February 12th on a Friday, and it's from 6 to 9 at Mission Barbecue in Lake Lake.
All righty. And is there any admission price to get in, just to walk around, check things out?
No admission price whatsoever.
Oh, wonderful.
It's all free, open for everybody to come out and enjoy it and have a good time.
Yeah, and while you're there, get you some delicious barbecue for dinner. And maybe by the time you leave, you might be wanting to buy your own Jeep, huh?
Oh, yeah, and we'll have a local auto sales group there, Bill Bryant, and they'll have some Jeeps on display. So I'm sure they'll be ready to talk to you about showing you some of the Jeeps they have there on display.
That sounds wonderful, Sam. Oh, man. Sam Shaw with the First Response Jeep Club, and you are El Presidente. So you're like the head honcho, the grand poobah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us today. I have a feeling this is going to be a huge event, and we really appreciate your time.
All right, Kathy. And we definitely thank you for your support and your helping getting the word out about this event, and hopefully because it's benefiting 2 great charities, and we'll have everybody come out. We can raise a lot of money for these 2 charities.
Don't forget, it's going to be a great night, Jeep night, February 12th. It's going to be too much fun. Come on out, meet fellow Jeepers, enjoy delicious barbecue, and support some great charities. It's going to be from 6 to 9 p.m. on a Friday night, 631 North U.S. Highway 27, 441 in Lady Lake. It's the First Response Jeep Club. Oh, it's going to be wonderful. That's who it's presented by, First Response Jeep Club and Mission Barbecue. They're going to have 50-50 and basket raffles. And what's really cool is it benefits the Lake County Sheriff's Charities and Firefighters Charity Alliance. They're going to have best of show, oldest Jeep contest, prizes, drawings, vendor giveaways, Jeep displays. It's going to be too much fun for the entire family. And there's some great vendors that will be there. Bill Bryan will be there. Precision Off-Road, the Jeep Outpost, Mid-Florida Fab Works will be there, and Light Glass Mobile Detailing. It's a lot of fun for the whole family, whether you have a Jeep or not. And this is a very special Jeep Club because First Response Jeep Club is all about first responders. Our sheriff's department, our police, our firefighters, our military, like Sam. Sam is a Marine because once a Marine, always a Marine. So come on out. It's going to be a great time. It's something the whole family can be part of. You don't have to be part of a Jeep Club. You can still just come on out and do it. And they're going to be talking about Jeep Beach 2021 as well. That's something that goes on every year. Lots and lots of fun. Sam also mentioned Jeep Beach 2021. That's in Daytona Beach, April 19th through 25th. Hey, everybody's got their thing. You've got Bike Week. Now we've got Jeep Beach. They're going to have some registration up soon. They've got more information coming at jeepbeach.com. But this event is incredible. It's too much fun. You can find out all about it on their website. They've also got Facebook page, all sorts of social media. You can shop there as well. And they have a lot of charities that they work with, which is really wonderful. And that's the reason why they do all of this. Jeep Beach has been around since 2012. They've donated over $1.8 million to local charities through the event's week-long fundraising efforts. And all those proceeds are distributed to charities throughout Central Florida counties. They've got charities like the Boys and Girls Clubs, the NASCAR Foundation, the Childhood Cancer Foundation, the Petty Family Foundation, Victory Junction. And Jeep Beach also has been able to support over 30 other 501c3 organizations. So check that all out. Again, that's at jeepbeach.com. So that's going to be a really fun event as well. My guest today has been Sam Shaw with the First Response Jeep Club. Homepage is presented as the public affairs feature of 93.7 K Country and Wind FM 92.5 and 95.5. Your comments are always welcome, and you can email me at homepage@ncfmgroup.com. You can also listen to Homepage by going to our websites at 937kcountry.com and windfm.com. I'm Kathy Dugan. Please join us again next Sunday for Homepage.